All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. And today let's talk about the shoulder crawl. This is a great movement and it's handy for a few different things. One of my favorite ways to use this is to loosen up the shoulders and the hips. The motion really does a lot to get things moving in a large range of motion so that you can kind of feel what's going on and get those muscles working in a way that they often don't, especially with a lot of our sedentary time. The other reason that this is handy is you can get under obstacles that are really low, and you can also do it while carrying something on your chest. So you can not only get under tight squeezes, but you can also move objects this way. I personally use this a lot while trying to go through briar bushes without eviscerating myself. So let's break this down a little bit and get working on the shoulder crawl. So they're the big preliminary thing you need to get a hold of before you start doing this movement is the motion of the shoulders. It's almost sort of a swimming the shoulders because you're pulling yourself along with your shoulders and pushing yourself along with your feet. You can also use your hips to push along. Now the reason this movement is important is because if you start getting too far side to side, you're going to start doing more of a snake or a worm rather than a nice linear path. So you just want to use the shoulders, and the trick to this is to start with very small movements until you get the hang of it. Now I'm going to change the camera angle here and we're going to start working down on the ground so we can see more exactly how this plays into the crawl. Normally I would prefer to shoot this outside, but it's snowing right now, so we're going to play around in this tiny little, well, ferret room. Don't mind the mess, we're not entirely settled into the new place yet. So let's get rolling. All right, so we're going to be starting down here on the ground. You want to start by laying down. And remember, you're going to be reaching with your shoulders. You're going to use your feet to propel you. I'm going to have my knees up, but you can also do it with your feet stretched out. So you're going to I'm going to bring my left foot up by my butt, and I'm going to push my left foot away from me. At the same time I push my left foot away, I'm going to reach with my left shoulder. We'll do this on the right side so you can see better. Bring my right foot up by my butt, push with my right foot, reach with my right shoulder. So my whole right side is extending. Okay, and then I'm gonna mirror that on the left side. Left foot up by my butt, push with my left foot, reach with my left shoulder. Right foot up by my butt. You're just gonna go back and forth and just kind of feel the rhythm. Okay? So one more time. Right foot by my butt. We're gonna push with the right foot, reach with the right shoulder. Now we're gonna do the opposite. Left foot by the butt, push with the left foot, reach with the left shoulder. Okay, and remember, you want to avoid bending too much, because then you're gonna start to get into this weird wiggle thing. That's a different movement. So start with very, very small movements. And you'll get there. And as you get more comfortable with the movement, you can reach a little further. And just motor right along. Now, as I said, if you're moving through an area that's real tight, you probably won't be able to have your feet way up or your knees way up in the air like this, right? So even with your feet down on the ground, you can push with your heels to still make progress. So the movement is the same. What I'm doing here is I'm moving my right heel up just a little bit, pushing with my right heel and reaching with my right shoulder. So it's the same movement. I'm still moving my foot towards my butt, but if I'm in a tight squeeze, I can't get my knees pointing way up towards the ceiling. So you have to use what room you have available. Sometimes you'll have enough where you can get your knees up high, sometimes you're gonna have to stretch your legs out. It all depends on the context of the movement. One thing to watch out for when you're doing this, your shirt tends to suck underneath of you and you can end up kind of choking yourself a little bit. So find something that's not super loose and you're not gonna hinder yourself with your clothing when you're practicing. And start slowly and then work up to a bigger movement. I don't have any of my serious weight stuff here, but I do have a camera bag. And I'm gonna show you that if you have this on your chest, you can still make good progress. Okay, so it is a way that you can not only get under low obstacles, but also transport weight as you're moving along. So that's the shoulder crawl, and that's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in. If you've got questions, hit me up in the comments down below. I'll include some links and details in the information. If you like the video, smash that thumbs up. Share the video with your friends. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Until next time, keep your life in motion.